अली अली होगा, उसके दिल में नबी नबी होगा। जिसके लब पर अली अली होगा, जिसके लब पर अली अली होगा।
Along with being a cultural and travel destination, India is a majestic country with amazing geography, culture, and people.
Welcome to India.
India has its own distinct and unique beliefs, religions, lifestyle, culture, and architecture. The abundant diversity of India's many different religions and ethnicities affects its food, culture, architecture, and creates a very interesting and enchanting atmosphere. The Indian subcontinent is where the Indian Ocean gets its namesake. It lies between East Asia, Europe, and Africa. The land area of India is over 3.6 million square kilometers, with a population of more than 1.4 billion people. According to recent reports, it is now the most populated country in the world. When it comes to geography, it helps to think of India as a subcontinent and not a single country. The climate varies greatly. From the freezing temperatures of the Himalaya mountains of the north to tropical sandy beaches in the south. The west has many arid deserts. And between these are sweltering jungles, grassy plains, and any other climate you can think of. The weather varies as well, depending on which region you are in. In the Golden Triangle, summer is very humid, very wet, and very hot. Sometimes up to 50 degrees Celsius. The Republic of India is led by a Prime Minister from the capital city, New Delhi. Although India has the 5th highest GDP, the size of the population means that money is spread very thin. Class discrimination and other factors such as economic immobility contribute to a very unequal distribution of wealth, which is obvious to visitors. Poverty is the norm, and most people are just scraping by. That being said, most people find ways to focus on the positive aspects of their lives and are quite content or even happy with the hands they've been dealt. India has a very reasonable cost of living. You could find many dishes, even with meat, for as little as 40 cents. Even the homeless and beggars can afford to not starve. The most popular religion is Hinduism, which is practiced by over 80% of the population. Hinduism is often called the world's oldest religion. As such, it is the basis for many Indian beliefs and traditions. Hinduism has over 1 million gods. The most notable are Brahma the creator, Vishnu the protector, and Shiva the destroyer. Hinduism has many sects and schools of thought and practices, which can vary greatly. Besides Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism, and Jainism are also religions that have many followers in India. But this can vary by region. Buddhism is very popular in the far south. Islam is more common in the northwest. Islam has a significant presence in India. It was introduced to the region in the 7th century and spread over time. Today, India is home to one of the world's largest Muslim populations. Islam has influenced various aspects of Indian culture, including language, cuisine, music, and architecture. The Mughal Empire played a crucial role in the development of Islamic architecture in India, leaving behind iconic structures like the Taj Mahal. Sikhism is a monotheistic religion founded in the 15th century. Sikhs believe in one God and practice equality, selfless service, and meditation for spiritual growth. Jainism is an ancient Indian religion that emphasizes nonviolence and spiritual liberation. Jains believe in the existence of eternal souls and follow principles of non-harming, truthfulness, and non-attachment in order to attain enlightenment and liberation from the cycle of birth and death. You can often tell which religion people are by how they dress in public. Indian art is deeply affected by religion because most of the architectural sites serve a religious purpose. Religious influence has played a significant role in the shaping of Indian architecture. Hindu temples exhibit distinct architectural styles, such as the towering gopurams, intricate carvings, and sacred spaces for deities. Islamic architecture, brought by the Mughals, is characterized by domes, arches, and minarets, seen in structures like the Taj Mahal. Jain and Buddhist monuments, with their serene and symmetrical designs, also reflect religious ideals and have left a lasting impact on Indian architecture. There are many ways to get around India. Bicycles, motorbikes, tuk-tuks, trains, taxis, buses, and subways. India has them all. Noisy traffic jams and crowds are very common, but a detour off of the main roads can be a surprisingly beautiful, peaceful, and quiet respite. You may even make a friend. Taking a taxi or buying anything will usually involve haggling, as I didn't find a single taxi with a working meter. We highly recommend using ride-sharing apps like Ola and Uber. They will save a lot of time, money, and headaches if you use them instead of haggling. Public transportation is also very affordable, comfortable, and easy to navigate. We found using the subway system in New Delhi was very convenient, and there's a station within a reasonable walk of every tourist site. Trains and buses are very popular for traveling between cities. There are a variety of trains for every budget. We took second-class cars. They have comfortable seats with plenty of legroom, overhead storage, AC, power outlets, and food options. Booking your first train can be tricky. Look up the train name, departure time, car number, and your destination ahead of time. Then, find the reservation counter and grab a reservation form. Fill in all the information you have. Don't be afraid of making a mistake. The staff will find it if you make one. And, in the true spirit of India, they are very helpful. They may even have a few tricks to help you with your travel plans. People drive on the left here, so look left before crossing the street, and keep that in mind when ordering a taxi. However, the transportation here does not follow any rules, so beware.
What's in they study?
Currently, India is a very convenient destination. Politically speaking, it is a very welcoming country, as around 170 nationalities can travel there by simply applying for an e-visa. America and Vietnam are included in that list. The hottest months, April to June, are also the least popular for tourists. As such, a 30-day visa is only $10. The peak tourist season is July to March, when the fee increases to a still modest $25. We applied for 30-day visas, but there are other options. It takes at least 72 hours to process a visa request, and requests must be made not more than 30 days before your entry date. Most Indians are vegetarians, surviving on heavily seasoned cereal grains and legumes, as it is forbidden to harm animals in most of their religions, especially in Hinduism. When you do find meat, it is usually chicken, mutton, lamb, or goat. Beef is hard to come by, and pork is extremely rare because the second largest religion is Islam. Cows are considered sacred in India primarily because of their significance in Hinduism. They are associated with deities, symbolize wealth and fertility, and are believed to possess divine qualities. Additionally, cows provide essential resources like milk, dung, and labor, making them highly valued in traditional agrarian societies. Pork is hard to find in India due to religious and cultural factors. Hinduism considers cows sacred, and Islam prohibits the consumption of pork, leading to limited demand and availability of pork in the country. While India is a multi-ethnic country, we saw that the street food was not as varied as one might think. Lots of curry and fried bread. The dishes we found were all very similar in ingredients and flavor. Indians love their food spicy and salty, so be prepared. Most dishes use a lot of seasoning, curry being very prominent in the Indian palate. When they say it's a little spicy, you should interpret that as it's quite spicy. One of the most popular and widely consumed drinks in India is tea, specifically masala chai. Chai holds a special place in Indian culture and is made by brewing a blend of black tea, milk, and a combination of aromatic spices like cardamom, ginger, cloves, and cinnamon. It is often sweetened with sugar or honey and served hot. Chai stalls and tea houses can be found in every corner of the country, and it is enjoyed throughout the day. From breakfast to evening tea breaks, it is not only a delicious beverage, but also a social and cultural tradition in India. India has a very long history and deep culture with stunning architecture from itself and foreign conquerors. There are castles, forts, palaces, mosques, temples, tombs, and infrastructure from all sorts of cultures and periods to be seen. Many of them are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Indians are very proud of their cultural heritage and make strong efforts to protect and conserve it. Free, safe, and clean drinking water is available at every tourist destination. It is often even chilled. But if you find yourself having to buy it, it is only around 15 to 20 rupees for a 1.5 liter bottle. That being said, alcohol, cigarettes, and other luxuries can be quite expensive. Cigarettes can be particularly difficult to find, and smoking is not allowed in public places. Wherever you go, the locals are very friendly and supportive. Every time we stepped off a train, someone would come to help us. Oftentimes because they want you to take their tuk-tuk, but many times it was just someone being friendly. There are 387 languages in India. By far the most common is Hindi. It is used in government offices and schools, but English is also an official language, and most people we encountered had at least a basic grasp of it. The vast majority of them were conversational. We could see many cows and dogs running wild through the streets and along roads. Monkeys and birds are also very common as well. The dogs are mostly calm. They might bark or nip at you, but a stern shout is enough to scare them off. But beware of monkeys. They can be very naughty and don't respond well to attempts to correct their behavior. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the wonders of India. Remember to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more captivating content. Until next time, namaste.
उसके दिल में नबी नबी होगा, साफ़ो ज़ाहिर है इस वसीले से, ऐसा इंसान जन्नती होगा.